Hey guys! Today I wanted to draw a little Christmas illustration. I know we just got out of spooky season, but I feel like November is a month that always passes by so quickly, and I wanted to get some Christmas illustrations done to get them printed before December. My idea for this drawing was to have a very young version of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer in the front, and him kind of framing the scene that's happening on the middle ground, where all the grown-up reindeers and Santa Claus start flying away, and he kind of discovers this way that he also wants to become a flying reindeer. And I also wanted to draw something that's not fully rendered, like the last illustrations from my Halloween challenge. And instead I decided to go with a more traditional looking style. I even considered painting this with actual watercolors, but I don't like the paper I have at home right now. I feel like it can't handle many layers of watercolor, and whenever I paint with actual colors or even with the digital colors, layering is like the whole point for me. So right here you can just see me outlining and kind of shading everything with the digital ink. And I don't really have a method for this, I just paint whatever. So if you're wondering what brush I'm using, I have this brush set that I downloaded for free. If I can find it, I will link it down below. A lot of these brushes look like they are kind of running out of ink, so it makes everything look very natural and like it's actually painted with traditional materials. One thing that I really tried to pay attention to was to make the foreground a little darker than everything else. I don't know if this really worked out because a lot of the trees ended up being really dark, also the ones in the background, so yeah, it could have worked out better, but it's fine, I guess. Also, since we still have enough time here, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Christmas or winter time in general. Now, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in Germany where I live, Christmas always feels like the most stressful time of the year, especially when I was in school, because we used to have 3 exams and 2 vocabulary tests every week from November until December, and most of the time also in January. And there was just no way to really enjoy Christmas time until the actual holidays, and so you had like one day to do all your Christmas baking and all of the preparation stuff, and then Christmas was over again. And during college it was very similar, because Christmas is at the end of the semester and we had a lot of presentations in December. But most of our painting and art stuff wasn't due until January, so it was definitely a lot better than in school. But all the stuff was still kind of lingering in the back of your head during the holidays, so I don't know, it was not a fun time, I guess. And so last year was actually my first Christmas time out of college, and it's so different. I had no idea that it could be so peaceful, I guess. Like, I remember last year I spent the entire month of December just working on a children's book I wrote myself, and it was the best Christmas time I've had since my childhood. This year during December I will definitely have more projects going on, but all of them are things that I started this year and that are almost finished. So it's kind of a month to wrap things up, But I think I will make another video when it's December to talk about my plans and goals for the next year. Or maybe just the plans and not my goals, because I hate telling people my goals, just because then they always keep asking if I have achieved them yet. So in case I tell you guys about my goals, it's a secret that we will only address in like one video and then never speak of them again until I have achieved them, possibly like 20 years down the line. Anyway, let me know if Christmas time is a stressful time for you guys, or if you enjoy the time and you think it's peaceful and you spend a lot of time with your family. I would be really interested to know other people's perspective on that. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the coloring process of this. Usually I start painting everything in watercolor with one flat color, and then I layer and layer and layer darker colors on top of it, and also different shades. You can see it with Rudolph in the front. I tried to make the shadows a little bit more purple or pink-ish, just to add a little bit more warmth, and also I think it just looks more interesting that way. And also whenever I use a color in one spot, I try to make it appear in other places of the painting as well, just to make it more cohesive looking. And in the end I decided to make a few spots a little bit sparkly, like Rudolph's nose, and also the magic clouds that are around the reindeer's feet. So I hope you guys like the finished result. Let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more of my artwork, you can subscribe to the channel or check out my Instagram. And I hope you have a great time. Until the next video. Bye!